Hi, I'm Pattu from freefincal. As you may have probably noticed, we have been carrying personal financial journeys and portfolio audits of other readers. We have also started a new series called Mutual Fund Success Stories. And before I get into today's video, I want to invite you to share your journey with us at freefincal as an article. You don't need to be an experienced investor. You can be a newbie. In fact, I would greatly appreciate and welcome newbies to share their how they got started in money management. That would inspire other people, and that's a way of paying the DIY community, paying it forward to the DIY community. So please do write to us with your financial journeys if you are interested. Now, a reader who has been influenced by these journeys wanted to know, if I'm a complete beginner, how do I get started with money management? So I have been writing about this for several years now, and I have several resources. So I'm just going to tell you how to get started, and then I'll point you to the resources. These are free resources that you can download and read, particularly now because this is now a holiday season. Some of you may have a week off. Some of you may have a week off, and it will be a good time to get the wheel rolling. Now, the first thing to do is basically build fortifications to your financial life. And how do you fortify your financial life? You need to take a good amount of health insurance in addition to your employer health insurance. Buy a separate health cover. If your parents are not insured, many people's parents are not insured, please immediately buy them a separate cover. Don't buy a floater plan for your entire, including yourself. Don't buy a floater plan. Keep the parents separate, or in-laws, whatever the case may be. Keep them separate. Buy a separate plan for them. Buy yourself for your husband or wife or children, whatever it is. Have a separate floater plan. Buy a large floater plan. Don't make the mistake of buying a small base cover for 5 lakhs or something like that, because if you buy a base policy, a floating base policy of 15 lakhs or 20 lakhs, on top of that you can buy a super top up, because if you are going to buy it only for 5 lakhs, then you may end up invoking the super top up. I mean, invoking the super top up can be a real pain and can cause all sorts of things. It will not be cashless. It may not be cashless if it is from different insurers and so on. So it can be a problem on several levels. So it's better to buy a large floater cover. Of course, the cost will be high and so on, but that is something that you have to save and buy. I mean, it's a mandatory requirement, and this is the foundation. You are building the foundation of your financial castle, and the foundation should last not only for your lifetime, for your spouse's lifetime, and even beyond that. So it's okay to invest that money. Now, the next is, of course, term insurance. Buy simple term insurance. When I purchased my term insurance, that was in the year 2007, I think. My the term insurance premium for me was equal to my 1 month salary, almost, or even a little bit more than my 1 month salary at that point in time. It was I mean so one or two people who knew about this said, why are you wasting your money on term insurance? I was very adamant and told them, look, this is my foundation. When I buy a term insurance, I'm going to feel secure. You will get a sense of security. That security, when you buy health insurance and life insurance, that is worth that premium. Of course, you need to have experience in claiming health insurance and so on. But of course, I pray that you don't. But still, that's a journey. I mean, it's not the end of things, but it's just a process that you have just started, at least with respect to health. Then is the building a strong emergency fund. I will recommend that you build an emergency fund for 1 year's expenses. That is, if your expenses are let's say 20,000, 12 times 20,000 should be your emergency fund, kept in a combination of your SB account and liquid fund. That SB account means you can have a flexi deposit account, you can have some of it in fixed deposit, whatever, have that. And I also recommend, if you like credit cards, if you are comfortable with credit cards, have separate credit cards for emergencies, because some people have are regular credit card users, and what will happen is, at any point in time, there will be about 30% or 40% or even more than that, the credit limit would have exhausted. At that time, if an emergency strikes, then the credit card is only that much less valuable. So it's better to have a separate credit card for emergencies. If you want, you can try and get a free card and so on, whatever it is, or just buy for something that costs less, that kind of a thing. Of course, a credit card is only a loan for about 3 weeks, that's all. After that, you have to pay. You'll have to pay from your emergency fund and so on. But after an emergency, you'll have to replenish it and so on. These are the basic fortification of your financial castle. Only after doing this should you think about any kind of investing, opening a demat account or doing some crypto investing. All those things can wait. These are the complete basics. You have to make sure you get this properly in place. There's no hurry to invest. The markets are not going to go anywhere. Returns are not going to go anywhere. 6 months, even if it takes 6 months to complete all this, it's fine. Let it take that much time. After that, you have to sit and think about your long-term goals and your short-term goals. What are you going to do? How are you going to spend your money? This is something that you have to sit and think with your spouse, if applicable, or girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever it is. You have to partner, whatever it is. You have to plan with them. That's what makes a big difference in financial management. Everything has to be done by shared with a dependent. So I have a book that will help you do this. This is called Reassemble. It's a free ebook. I published this. I wrote a series of posts, and then on the 6th birthday of freefincal, I published it as a free ebook. So this is now available for download here. You can discover. This is the here. You can get it here, or all the steps are anyway written as articles. You can get the ebook as well. That's the ebook right here. You can get that, and also I have a free seminar on the basics of portfolio construction, how to build a portfolio, and this is basically for beginners, how to build from scratch. That is, you have to think about asset allocation. You have to think about how you are going to handle risk. Then you're going to think about how much you're going to invest for the total goal. Then you're going to decide which categories of products, or which products and which product categories you're going to choose. Then only come the actual investment. The problem is people are doing the exact ulta. They first invest somewhere and then plan. That kind of thing, please don't do. So these are two resources that will help you to start with the Reassemble ebook, and then you can move on to this portfolio construction however way you want. And please use this time to get your money management cycle started. And if you have already done this, if you have been investing in mutual funds for a few years, or if you are just a beginner who have just started investing but in a goal-based manner, I would love to publish your story at freefincal. You can write to freefincal@gmail.com. Bye-bye.